I started in the business, purchase agreement was one page. If we wanted a copy, we used carbon paper.
We carried a lot of quarters. I remember one time driving some buyers around, and I get to the Steak and Shake, and I'm standing there and I got quarters in my pocket. I got to make some calls and set up some more showings, and in front of me is another realtor I knew from another office, and he's doing the same thing, and there's only the one payphone, so you had to kind of wait in line waiting for it. So that's a huge difference in terms of what we do today.
The first offer I wrote was on April the 15th of 1959. I wrote it with an Underwood portable typewriter with 3 sheets of carbon paper.
This is incredible when I think back to 1970 in Kentucky when I first got my real estate license. My broker was a female, and she was not allowed in the association because of her sex.
It seemed like when I went in to apply for board membership, and it was kind of a big deal back in those days, I kind of remembered all of them being in black hats and black overcoats, but things definitely have changed. And percentage-wise, you know, we may have taken over by now.
Not only did I have the opportunity to work with Pat Pensick, but then also Joyce Cook and Pat Kraft. So, at least with my experience, women in leadership was not a rarity, but it was very common, so I kind of got used to it very quick.
This is just a great organization. And when I think about where we were when I came on and where we have come to now, it's just a marvelous transition.
Home ownership that's your dream. Every realtor just ought to feel proud to be a part. Every closing ought to be really a monumental stage in that week or that day, you know, because those people are acquiring their dream.
We have the opportunity to be with people at very significant times in their life. We get to be with them when they get married. We get to be with them when they have that second child and they can't fit in the house anymore. But we're also with them when they get divorced. You know, I've made some really lifelong friends through difficult transactions. I really don't get to know people well through the easy transactions, but it's the difficult ones where you form bonds that last for a long time.
It gives a good sense of satisfaction when you find a couple a home and they're just thrilled and can't wait to get in it. And it's a house until you fill it with happiness, and then it's a home.
We've created an incredible realtor family, and it doesn't matter where I go in the state of Indiana, because of the association, I know people, I see people that I care about and I've come to know over the years. So I love the IAR family.
We are a family. I mean, yes, you might be competing for the same listing and one of you will get it, but maybe you come along and you sell it. But if you have a good relationship with that agent, then you're going to have a much easier transaction. Even if you've got a difficult buyer and seller, you're still going to have a much easier transaction if the two realtors in the transaction have a good relationship.
I can't think of any other industry that if you want to wake up in the morning and you say, I want to be an entrepreneur, that this doesn't give you so many opportunities.
I'm small town, small broker, independent, and I've said this many times, I would not have survived in the real estate business had it not been for the state association and their programs that they have given to us free of charge by just being a member.